who joined David Sanger in investigating the Khan network. This flowchart shows the two paths to make a bomb, the plutonium route or the uranium route. And Khan took the shortcut.
This is the plutonium route up here. You need reactors and all this kind of stuff. If you've got centrifuges and you can make this highly enriched uranium, you can short circuit all this stuff and just go directly to weapon or device fabrication. This is the one-stop shop, the easy do-it-yourself technique.
Which caught the attention of neighboring Iran. Khan was still perfecting his machines, but the Iranians secretly began buying drawings and parts from Khan in deals that eventually gave them about 500 centrifuges.
Iran's nuclear program, much of it wouldn't exist if it weren't for the AQ Khan network. All of the technology for the centrifuges came straight from the AQ Khan network.
But nobody, not the CIA nor the weapons inspectors in Iran, understood what Khan and the Iranians were up to. For the next 18 years, Iran would manage to keep its program secret until it exploded onto the world stage as a full-blown nuclear crisis. Back in Pakistan, Khan's years of labor were about to pay off. In May 1998, the mountains of southwest Pakistan would tremble and collapse when Khan and his team exploded a subterranean atomic bomb. The people of Pakistan celebrated the birth of the Islamic bomb and their new nuclear hero, AQ Khan.
Some people would want to die for him if necessary. To such an extent, he's loved, he's admired. Because they believe that he has given a bomb to a Muslim country.
And why stop at giving the secret of his Islamic bomb to just one Muslim country, when Khan could make Pakistan the hub of the world's largest nuclear proliferation ring? He had harnessed the power of the atom for Pakistan. And now AQ Khan reveled in the glory, a hero to the people. And to presidents. In 1999, just a year after Khan exploded his bomb, General Pervez Musharraf seized power in a military coup.
AQ Khan became the father of the bomb, which is the pride of Pakistan. And yes, indeed, I said he was a hero to me. Yes, we all thought him to be a great man.
A great man with an ego to match. His research laboratories were renamed after him.
AQ Khan was in love with himself, and so he marketed himself relentlessly. He built for himself an empire, and his empire was vast. He owned restaurants, schools, colleges. He had even a discotheque.
And while Khan was growing wealthier, he was also becoming more anti-Western.
He was very bitter about the Western society because he couldn't travel to West. He was wanted all over Europe and the United States. The only places that he could visit were the Islamic countries where he was treated like a hero. So he started looking at himself like a champion of Islam.
Spurred on by that combination of profit and politics, Abdul Qadir Khan was about to pull off the greatest nuclear proliferation scheme in history. It was a key turning point that the CIA and the West missed. Over the years, they knew that Khan had smuggled nuclear material into Pakistan, but they never suspected he had flipped the switch reverse the flow and turn from an importer to a nuclear exporter. Khan came to Dubai, the financial and shipping mecca of the Arab world, to set up his headquarters. He orchestrated a global supply chain that would make Walmart jealous. A factory in South Africa, centrifuge parts from Malaysia, electronics from Turkey, technology from Britain, France, and Switzerland, and a bomb design from China.
What the Khan network did on a larger scale than anybody had ever seen before was pulling together a privatized black market network to supply the essential ingredients of a nuclear weapons program.
A network Khan built with sales trips around the world. Iraq. Saddam Hussein came close to getting his hands on some very real weapons of mass destruction when the Khan network offered its technology. But the Iraqi dictator suspected, wrongly, that it was all a Western plot. He spurned the offer. Next stop, Iran. Khan had made his first sale here in the 1980s. The Khan network returned in the mid-90s, and this time sold the Iranians plans for more advanced centrifuges. Then came an even more lucrative client, North Korea. Ruled by President Kim Jong-il, American spy satellites could easily spot this sprawling nuclear facility which produced plutonium fuel for North Korea's weapons. The North Koreans promised to freeze that program, but then they secretly struck a deal with Khan for his uranium centrifuge system. Much smaller and easier to hide.
He delivers the ability to the North Koreans to produce fissile material for their weapons program.
Art Brown, today a private security consultant in Washington, D.C., was the CIA's top man on North Korea. And like many of the nuclear spies, he found it hard to believe that Khan was acting alone.
Logic sort of tells you that if the father of your atomic bomb program, A.Q. Khan, is visiting a country as hermetically sealed as North Korea 13 or 14 times, either the government was aware and for its own reasons didn't want to do something, or the government was completely inept to figure out where the father of their bomb program is off to this week.
The CIA was finally beginning to crack Khan's proliferation ring. When evidence of Khan's global dealings first emerged, Condoleezza Rice was President Bush's national security advisor. She is now his Secretary of State.
I remember when I first heard about it in an intelligence briefing, thinking, oh my goodness, there are actually people who are selling not just nuclear secrets or nuclear technology, but actually trying to enable countries through a private network to develop nuclear technology, and it was a completely different world. It was a really pretty frightening prospect.
And it got more frightening. In the summer of 2002, American spy satellites spotted missile parts in North Korea being loaded onto a Pakistani C-130 cargo plane, like this one.